Before real estate, I was actually working in Somalia for like 5 years plus. And I went to Somalia when I was so young. You know, Somalia is just like toot, 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 toot. Can you imagine waking up every day in the morning with a national park view? And not only a view, but also you see animals. You get to see animals. So I hope you're seeing this because you guys stole from me. I told the guys at the offices, yo, I've sold 40 million worth property. Can you just give me 300K? I mean, I need to go to Mombasa or do something, you know. I'm rich. Ooh, I got a G-Wagon. Make sure you invest with a legit real estate agent. Get to meet people with money. What's cool? What's more cool than that? Ice on the tip. Is it, this is how we say, is this the ice, the whatever, that one. Oh my goodness. I was so shocked because when I came back, there was nothing to come home to. Jua mimi ni wako, unanipenda tena sana. Nuru yako imenitoa gizani, sitaogopa kamwe. One thing you actually didn't know, guys, I used to be a musician a while back. That's a story for another day. Oh my God. This is Hi there. I know you're wondering why I'm seated here today. My name is Caroline, a vlogger and a real estate agent. I do real estate and I have so many crowns. One of them is a business lady and a realtor. Now, I'm the CEO and the founder of Bronca Group of Companies. And in these two Bronca Group of Companies consist of Bronca Homes and Bronca Cleaners. Bronca name itself, by there a lot of people always ask me, how did you even come up with the name Bronca? So Bronca, it was named after my nickname and my actual name, because my name is Caroline and then Brownie is my nickname. So it is Brownie, the 3 letters, and then CA of Caroline, which is now Bronca. So Bronca Homes, what we do, we sell properties, lease, and we also rent it out. And in Bronca Cleaners, we clean those properties that we sell to you. Either you need couch cleaning, mattress cleaning, bed cleaning, or an empty home cleaning, we got you. We come there for you. Now, today's video is going to be different, like I said, and it's because I want to reintroduce myself to the new people who have been following me up. And I know real estate is definitely boring. So I've been posting several videos of real estate, and myself, I feel like it's boring, but I also want to know, what do you think? So I wanted to incorporate with a lot of things. And also, you know, life is so private that my 16K followers don't even know so much about me. And they're wondering, why did Caroline change all of a sudden? You were posting vlogs, but then I used to travel a lot. So I was posting a lot of vlogs, personal vlogs and travel vlogs. But now I want to incorporate all that because Caroline, if there's something she loves to travel, she loves to work hard, and she loves life. So I am going to be doing all those, but I wanted to reintroduce myself again so you know what we will be dealing with. By the way, I really appreciate if you're watching this video. Thank you so much. I do not take it for granted. And if you've been there since day one, in 2021, when I actually started this YouTube channel, man, I salute you. Thank you so much. I do not take it for granted. Thank you for the support. You know, recently I was doing something around here and I met a fan I met a fan, and this fan actually came to live at an Airbnb that I had advertised a while back. And I was like, okay, if I'm influencing someone to come all the way from the States with her family and live at an Airbnb that I said it was nice because it has a national park view, and she actually remembered me, I was like, I think I'm destined for this and I will do this, you know, because I love doing it anyway. So anyway, that is my introduction and I hope you enjoy this video to the end. We are doing this video today at my humble abode and I will be doing some other stuff. I want to be cooking for my team behind the camera and I hope you enjoy the video. So welcome, subscribe, and I hope you support me in this new journey. So let's shoot it. For how long I've been into real estate, I would say now close to 2 years, and I wouldn't choose any other thing. I enjoy doing that, and I actually have a story why I joined real estate, but I'll tell you later. Before real estate, I was doing, okay, first of all, I studied business management and administration in college. And before real estate, I was actually working in Somalia for like 5 years plus. And I went to Somalia when I was so young. I literally went to Somalia in 2017 when I was so young. So I was doing, I was actually an operation manager at a company that used to supply food to the UN and, military and stuff like that and NGOs. By the way, I really enjoyed working in Somalia, and I'm so glad. If my boss, my Somali boss, both of them, and my team, I love them so much. And oh my goodness, you guys are the reason why I even started this YouTube channel, because I really wanted to show people life in Somalia and how Somalia looks like, because the mentality and the notion out here, people know Somalia is just like toot, 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 toot all the time. But for me, we lived there more than 5 years, and like my colleagues were born there. So I wanted to show the narrative, a different narrative of how Somalia looks like. And I'm so glad they supported me tremendously. So up to now, I owe you so much. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I did not want to confuse you so much. I wanted you to know that, we're still together in this. How did I find myself in real estate? That's a good one. Now, back again, in this same YouTube channel, it actually opened doors for me for real estate, because I remember there was one time I was back in Kenya and I didn't travel anywhere. I didn't have any content to post. And I was like, you know what? There's some really nice apartment here in Syokimau, and since I happen to be living in them, I wanted to show people from the diaspora that when you come to Kenya, you can actually live in a nice apartment facing the national park. Because can you imagine waking up every day in the morning with a national park view, and not only a view, but also you see animals. You get to see animals. So I get to see animals every day. And I was like, you know what? Let me just post this video. Maybe I'll find just one or two people to actually either buy property here in Kenya, or even come like the other lady who did come with the family, like, do B&B and something like that. And to my shock, I literally sold 2 houses of that. So there's this lady, and I'm not going to mention her name, but I salute you deeply and I love you. I appreciate you. You opened doors for me. She reached out to me and she was like, Caroline, I've seen you in YouTube. I know you're a vlogger, you're a YouTuber, you post these nice things, and I love your job, and, I love what you're doing. And she told me, and there's some houses that I've seen you posting, and I would love to know more information about it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I connected her to the management, and to my shock, she literally bought properties worth 40 million. And I was like, you know what actually happened? I went to the offices and I told the guys at the office, and I hope you're seeing this because you guys stole from me. I told the guys at the offices, yo, I've sold 40 million worth property. Can you just give me 300K? I mean, I need to go to Mombasa or do something. They did give me the 300K that I asked immediately on my phone. They said, okay, we're sending it to your phone immediately, only to know later. Like, if I was presenting myself as a real estate agent, I would have been paid like 1.2 million Kenyan shillings. But anyway, we move as we learn. If you don't know something, you wouldn't know if you don't learn. Yeah. So that is how I found myself in real estate. And I was like, since I'm into this cleaning business, let me incorporate it with real estate. And I actually went to school for it. And now I'm a great, great realtor in Nairobi, and I'm loving it. What I would tell someone who wants to join real estate, oh my goodness. I am telling you, real estate, you cannot join it blindly. You have to join it, and then don't focus on the money. Those two things. Don't focus on the money, and don't join it blindly. At least have some knowledge. And because there's a lot of things that actually could go wrong. If you're not careful enough, you may sell a property that it's actually not worth to be sold, or maybe a stall property, or you may not even know reputation of the developer. So you need to actually do research before joining real estate. However, you can also go to school and learn from pioneers, and you can get to know. Secondly, like I said, you cannot focus on the money, because real estate money doesn't just come like this. Real estate money, it builds slowly, it's a slow growth. It's not like a one-time thing and then you're like, oh, I'm rich, oh, I got a G-Wagon, a house. No. You'll be selling people houses, but you yourself don't own a house. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I would highly recommend if you can, and if you're patient, if you're persistent, if you're consistency, if you're consistent, you're patient, you're persistent, and you have the heart for it, go for it. You need the heart. You need also to be very patient. Oh my goodness. Real estate is not easy, but it's worth it. Is it possible for a foreigner to purchase property in Kenya or someone who doesn't live in Kenya? 100%, it is very much possible. As a foreigner, you only need a few things. You just need to make sure that you have, your KRA PIN, which comes way, way later. I mean, and you must have, first of all, your passport. So your passport will be the one that, will show that, the person who you are. You must have an address. You must definitely show proof of money, like maybe if you're working, you must show some things. But most developers don't really care about that. As long as you can afford your property, you can purchase a property. And then at the end of the, like when they're handing over the property, what happens is they will be giving you, like, they will connect you to Kenyan lawyers so you can be able to get this KRA PIN, which is a tax payer PIN. And it's commonly, like in the US, it's like a social security number, something like that in the US. So you must have that so you can be able to be logged in our e-citizen system as a Kenyan, as a person who owns property in Kenya. Actually, there are so many advantages if you own properties in Kenya because, you might even end up being, it's easy for you to even start any kind of business. It's easy for you to come to Kenya because, if you own properties, definitely it's almost your second home. Now, if also you're not a foreigner, you used to be a Kenyan before, but now you're an international person, or you used to be, you're from diaspora, or you don't actually live in Kenya, but you're a Kenyan, as long as you either have an ID or a KRA, you're good to go. It's so easy to own properties in Kenya. And like I would tell my diaspora people, this is the right time to invest in Kenya because Kenya, it is growing at a tremendous level. And you can see all this expressway. Our airport is planning to be expanded. We have these huge high-rise buildings that are coming up, and the Chinese developers and Turkish developers, Indian developers, Somali developers, they are doing really great, including Kenyan developers. They are doing really great out here, and Kenyan market is really, really blossoming. So it's the perfect time to invest, and make sure you invest with a legit real estate agent. That is actually number one. When you're planning to invest, make sure you get a legit real estate agent because there are so many rogue ones and you might end up, doing some other bad things, yeah, like losing your properties or losing your money. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a story and I will do another video explaining how you can purchase a property if you're a foreigner, step by step, and if you're from diaspora. So that's going to be another segment. And also I will tell you what happened to me exactly that I decided to actually become a real estate agent. Do I enjoy what I do? Oh yeah, definitely I do. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being in real estate because I get to actually meet people, and because I'm a very bubbly person. I'm an outgoing person. So if I have a job that is limiting me from socializing and meeting people and learning new things and seeing beautiful things out here, definitely I wouldn't be enjoying. But now I enjoy it 100% because I get to meet people, I get to work on my terms, I get to work on my time, and I get to meet people with money. What's cool? What's more cool than that? Eh? And if I wasn't doing, you asked if I wasn't doing real estate, what I would be doing. I think I would be a fashion model. I love fashion so much. I'd be a fashion model or a travel model, something like that. If there's anything called a travel model, I'll be a travel model. Wow, that question actually deserve a glass of juice or water. Woo! Let me tell you, in real estate, when you're planning to invest, you have to be very careful. So the question is, what actually happened that I decided to join real estate? Because, something must have triggered me, apart from, being able to sell and getting 300K. That was just the tip of it, like the ice on the tip. Is it, this is how we say, is this the ice, the whatever, that one. Anyway, this is what happened. While I was away, I tried to invest because I was like, Caroline, I'm in diaspora, I'm working hard, I'm getting paid whatever I was getting paid. And I needed to make sure that when I come to Kenya, I'm not renting anymore. So I didn't want to come back to renting. I wanted to come back to Kenya, to my own house. And I know definitely a lot of people in diaspora will agree with me that that's always our dream. You never want to work outside the country and far away from home, and especially if the country that you're in, it's not safe and it's not stable security wise and economically wise. If I'm somewhere maybe in the US or Turkey, Italy, wherever, maybe I'm having fun out there, I wouldn't have thought to invest in something that I would come to live in. But since I was in Somalia and I wanted to come back home, I decided, you know what, let me just put some small money and start buying this property. And I actually went, so the property, it's a long story, but I'm going to cut it short. Maybe I'll explain to you in depth what happened and everything. But this Kenyan developer did not deliver at the time that he said he was going to deliver. So definitely, you know, I lost that property. And apart from losing property, it's money. It was around maybe 4 million. And that's a lot of money, especially if you're a young girl trying to penetrate in this thing called life. And you're just trying to make life better for you, even with the greener pastures, the smaller greener pastures that you have. So I was like, you know what, let me just invest back in Kenya. But oh my goodness, I was so shocked because when I came back, there was nothing to come home to. And oh my God, it still frustrates me up to now, but it is not the end of the world. And that's why I said it's so important for any investor to invest, but also make sure that you're doing it with a real estate agent who is not rogue, or someone who is actually, you can even tell if a real estate agent is a real estate agent, a rogue one, or is he's there are some people who know what they're doing. Yeah, because the real estate agent rogue ones will just be focused on money, pressure you on the buying that property, pressure you on the paying the deposit, instead of them giving you several options of what you can actually get, or even cheaper plans. Yeah, because the more the property is worth, the more the money for the agent. But if you find an agent who is actually suggesting you things and telling you, this is not a good location, you cannot buy a 3 bedroom. If you want it for investment, you get a 2 bedroom. Because I also believe, being a real estate agent, you also have to be the advisor of your client, because most clients just invest because they have money and they don't know what they are putting themselves into. So as a real estate agent, you should be able to tell your client, this is a good project or this is not a good project. So if I had someone who actually knew the ground, how the things were going on, they could have at least told me, and I would have, I wouldn't have lost so much money. And up to now, oh my goodness, still, it's a long story. Like I said, I'll probably, if you want to listen to the story and how I lost the money, maybe you should just put a comment down there, and I will give you the entire story. But so far, so good. You can trust me as your real estate agent. And I always say, like, actions and, results speaks for themselves. So, well, yeah, for now, I think that's a good explanation for now. Oh, that's a personal question, but it's all right. Why I'm back on YouTube and why I stopped posting vlogs. First of all, I never left YouTube, but I left posting certain things. There are times in life, I think all vloggers or YouTuber will agree with me that, there are some time in life you just go through things and you're like, or a phase in life, you're like, is this really worth it being out there, And sometimes you also feel like you're giving so much personal information, and, that personal information can be used against you. And I actually had an incident where someone tried to use the personal information that I had posted online, and I felt so bad about it. And I think that's why I felt like, you know what, I needed to just stop a little bit and give it a break. But I also realized that I'm doing, in real estate, like I said, I've been going to school, and my teacher, Heko to you, Lucy Thuo, she taught me that real estate, you have to be really personal to your client, because they want to trust the person that you are. And I believe so because right now, all my clients, as much as we are not friends, but I have to keep on checking on them because we've built this rapport that they are not only clients, that they become family. Because, for instance, if my client would leave me their property and they go to the States and they want to know how it is running, definitely they need to be kept updated and stuff like that, because also do that we manage Airbnbs and rental homes for our clients. So imagine if I'm not, if I'm just like this, I'm not talking to my client, how would they even be comfortable telling me things or giving me their property? So, and I was like, you know what, since I'm into real estate now and I've been posting a lot of real estate videos, I felt like it is so monotonous even for me and for someone who is bubbly and doing things out there. And I also love hidden gems. I visit some really nice places here in Kenya. And last time when I was in Malaysia, I went to Malaysia, I went to Singapore, I went to Bali, Indonesia, I went to South Africa. And I could see how people are telling me, people from there, they were like, in my comment section, they're like, when you go back to Kenya, can you show us also Kenya? So when we are traveling to Kenya, we know where we will be going to. And I was like, oh yeah, I love doing that so much. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of that. So please bear with me. I know I've been not consistent on vlogs. I may not be able to be doing vlogs, but when it comes to travel, hidden gem, maybe testing new restaurants in Nairobi or places where foreigners can actually visit, or, there are so many things that are done here in Nairobi and a lot of people actually don't know where to go to. You might have a guest coming or your family. We are around. Summer bunnies are about to be in Kenya now, and they definitely need to know where they'll be hanging out. So I got your back. So that is why I'm back, and I hope that you'll support this new segment and that you will definitely subscribe. What's my current favorite song right now? I'm those kind of people who go by the wave. Eh? So if a new song, I would actually have a favorite song that is not new, a song that was released maybe 5 years ago, but because I didn't hear it then, I'll be like, I've heard it now, and now it's my favorite. So now it's one that is called Yebo. It's actually a gospel song. It's called Yebo, or Najua mimi ni wako, unanipenda tena sana. Nuru yako imenitoa gizani, sitaogopa kamwe. One thing you actually didn't know, guys, I used to be a musician a while back. That's a story for another day. Oh my God. Recently I was driving and a playlist came to in my car, and that song came up, my song. I should actually, the editor of this video, please make sure you attach that song here. And I was like, I sang this song when I was really young. Oh my goodness, maybe I should go back to music industry. But which quote resonates with me most? Yes, which quote resonates with me most? Funny enough, I have a quote that I've never heard it from anywhere. And if you've heard it, just tell me in the comment section. I came up with that quote myself when I was in the music industry back in 2015. Yes, and that quote, it's I am a star despite the scars. Imagine I even had to tattoo it in my body because I always believe that I'm a star despite the scars. The scars of life, anything that happens in life. I'm a positive person, so I would like to keep it positive. And the stars, the way they shine bright and all that kind of thing. So I always believe that I'm a star despite all the scars in life that happens. And you said the parting shot. My parting shot is, please always stay positive. Keep your head high, stay healthy, thank God most. I mean, that's number one. You should always remember to thank God, because the farthest, whatever you're doing right now or the life you're living now, it was once a dream or it was once a prayer. So you're living a prayer that you once prayed once. So whatever you do, in anything you do, always remember to be grateful to God. And also, don't forget to tell a friend to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope I'll be seeing you a lot. So to all my 16 plus K subscribers, I appreciate you for being here up to now. If you're watching this video up to now, I love you so much. I really appreciate. My name is Caroline again, a luxury residential realtor in Nairobi and a business lady. All right. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye.